Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Today we will be taking a look at a VST plugin called Chorust by Beatskillz, a little tool which is currently for free and can be used to lo-fi your sounds, your music, and in general just create some lo-fi productions. And it has some neat little control. It's a really tiny plugin. It can do some things, but those things quite well. And we will just quickly take a look at the plugin and what it does and how accessible it is. Right, so here we are within DAW, and for demonstrational purposes I've pulled up a track with some music on it, and I've pulled up a track with some voice on it, and we will run this plugin on both tracks and go through the things that it can do for us and how accessible it really is. So Chorust by Beatskillz is usually $29, and right now it's for free up till the 15th of June. So if you like that, go ahead and grab it. Of course, it's for free and you don't miss anything by just going ahead and downloading it. It has some functionalities that every plugin in the categories of EQing and manipulation has, like high pass filter and low pass filters, but it has an intensity knob for dialing in lo-fi vibes. It has a chorus feature, that's because it's called Chorust, right? And that's more or less already all it's got. It has some presets, and the great news is it's entirely accessible, although I most of the time prefer to use the OSARA parameters dialog over the configuration dialog of the plugin itself. But let's just get into it. I've got a music track here.
2 solo music, 1 item.
I've soloed this. Now let's pull the FX dialog up and load Chorust, which is written like chorus with a T.
C-H-O-R-U-S-T.
Link in the video description, by the way. Let's see here.
VST3, Chorust, Beatskillz, 1 of 1.
Isn't this awesome? Let's pull this up.
FX.
And the plugin is entirely accessible. That's great news. So by default, if you load this for the first time, you have to log into your Beatskillz account, which you have to create in order to buy the plugin. I've already done so, so now my plugin is authorized. To get into the plugin UI, you just press F6 while in the FX list.
Chorust, default combo box, default collapsed.
And the first combo box that you find is the presets combo box. So in here with the up and down arrows, you
05 on synth.
You just
Default.
switch between the presets and they will get active immediately, which is awesome because you can just play our track and preview what the preset sounds like. So let's press space here to start the music track. This is the default, right? Let's bypass it. And dial it in again. So you can hear this is the difference already. The default patch just adds a little bit of chorus here. But let's now scroll through the presets real quick. There are like 20 of those. We'll just give them a quick listen and see what they do. And afterwards, we will go back to the default and check out the parameters that are available on the plugin. Default.
05 on synth.
The Unisynth.
04 full glory B.
Full Glory B.
03 full glory A.
Full Glory A.
02 thick tone B.
Thick Tone B.
01 thick tone A.
And Thick Tone A.
05 modulus.
Modulus.
04 light silk.
Light Silk.
03 liquefied.
Liquefied.
02 sweet hiss.
Sweet Hiss.
01 warm lo-fi.
Warm Lo-Fi.
05 sweet hiss.
Sweet Hiss again.
04 duck D.
dark B and probably dark A next.
03.A.
Yeah, here we go.
02 Mirage B.
Mirage B
01 Mirage A.
and Mirage A.
05 Alias System.
Aliasist
04 History B.
History B
03 History A.
History A
02 Buzz B.
Buzz B
01 Buzz A.
and Buzz A. And that's it. So you get quite a good of an idea of what this plugin can do. It is a lot of presets, like 20 or 25 of them, and you can already choose between them and get a pretty neat lo-fi sound sometimes. But here are the parameters. Let's just quickly tab through the interface.
Save button.
So you can save your own presets, obviously.
Delete button.
You can delete them.
0.00 edit 0.00 read only.
This is a edit box, and I don't know what this actually means. Probably one of the sliders within the UI. It's not labeled.
Previous preset button.
These are buttons to quickly switch between previous and next preset.
Next preset button.
Great.
20,000 LP edit 20,000 LP read only.
So this is the low pass filter, and it's currently set to 20,000, so no low pass filter is enabled. Although the UI says read only, these are not read only, you can actually edit them.
20 HP edit 20 HP read only.
And the high pass filter is currently set to 20.
0.00 edit 0.00 read only.
And there's another slider that I don't know what it actually is.
Type CH button checkbox not checked read only.
Then there's a type channel button, which also is a parameter, which I don't know what it does. You can toggle it on or off. You can also do that within this UI, but I don't know what it actually does, right? So here we go. That's already it. There's to this interface. Now, let's quickly go through the parameters, dial on the music.
FX parameters dialog 20,000 LP knob.
Here we go. We've got the low pass filter for the first parameter.
Value. Slider.
Let's just quickly demonstrate this, but it's a typical low pass, right?
Speech mode off.
Interesting enough, you can only set it to at least 1000. You cannot go lower than 1000. High pass knob. Which can go only up to 1000, so you cannot go higher than 1000 with this plugin. The lo-fi knob, which adds a distortion kind of effect, which is much more present for voices, so I will demonstrate this with my voice in just a second. The output knob, which you can dial between plus 12 and minus 12 dB to control how loud the output volume is. The intensity, which controls the chorus effect. The width knob, which you can also narrow down to 0, and it will make the sound much more central. Or much more wide if you dial it up to 500. Then there's the toggle switch, which I don't know what it does, and that's it. So there are literally 5 parameters. Now that we've seen that on the music, let's go further and check it out on the voice, because it's much more present there. Let's unsolo the music, solo the voice, go back to the beginning and instantiate Chorust on here. Right, now let's dial in the intensity to 100% and let's see how this sounds. This is a test recording. We all know and love test recordings, especially when trying to demonstrate a VST plugin. This is a test recording. Okay, now let's go on. Let's dial in the width parameter. This is a test recording. We all know and love test recordings. Now set to 0. When trying to demonstrate a And really interesting, dial in the lo-fi knob.
Recording. We all know and love test recordings, especially when trying to demonstrate a VST plugin.
When you now combine this with low and high pass filters,
We all know and love test recordings, especially when trying to demonstrate a VST plugin.
you can achieve quite cool effects. Telephone-like distortion, radio communication-like effects. Pretty neat, actually. This is with the intensity dialed out, but you can further mumble the sound by just dialing it in again. Or make it a bit more spatial by dialing up the width to 500. So this is specified as a lo-fi processor. I'm not too deep into lo-fi music, but I'm pretty sure that this plugin can do quite a lot for you, at least for the subtle details. It's not like the upfront plugin that you can definitely hear instantly in a mix, at least not to my ears, but I'm not really trained in this area of music, so it is free right now. And if you just want to play around with it, go ahead and grab it while you can, because it will go up to the typical $29 on June 15th, as far as I know. Well, I hope that clarified a bit about this plugin. I was asked by the community to do a review of this plugin, so thanks for the idea. If you want your next idea to be part of one of my next videos, then write a comment below this video or reach out to me on one of the ways specified within the video description, on the RWP mailing list, for example, or the Reaper Access WhatsApp group. I'm on there, and you can always send me a message through those ways. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see us next Monday. Bye-bye.